Hello.
Hello.
Hello. It has been a while since
It's been a
we
long
have.
time.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done a Pikcast.
And everything.
I mean, how long has it been? Like 4 months, 5 months?
Like
Five
5
months.
It has been 4 months.
Good lord.
And I'm talking
That's a
now on
first.
like
Yeah.
the last episode.
Pretty sure somebody died.
I didn't
I
die,
think
as
it was
you
me.
guys suspected.
All right. So, hello everyone. Welcome to Pikcast. Oh, there we go. Pikcast episode 15, 13,
13.
15
I think it's 13.
X. Pikcast episode Sun. Pikcast episode Moon.
Oh.
We are here with a new Pikcast. We have a lot of stuff. We're going to be going over the direct that we did on March 3rd. That's going to be the primary thing for this Pikcast. So we'll just get immediately into the thing that we do. I feel so out of practice with this. Holy crap. All right.
You're doing great, don't worry.
So, first off is apologies. So, everyone say sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry
I'm
that we
sorry.
have to do this to you.
So, it's been 4 or 5 months since we did the last Pikcast. Sorry. Life stuff happened and we got lazy. But we're hoping...
It was more along the lines of some people had college, some people had personal...
I'm so sorry about that.
Some people had jobs.
Yeah, so...
A lot.
To all of you out there who were very upset that we were not doing Pikcast, it will hopefully be coming back at least once a month. So,
Directly to you.
directly to you. So next we're going to be doing introductions. So we're going to be going over everyone who's in the call. So I'm Josh, aka JPM. I'm here. Hello. Next
Josh.
we have Tommy,
The tomboy himself.
aka
I am here right now.
aka Yamat392. We have Briezy, aka the Zelda of Legend.
AKA Tommy, AKA Nathan.
Unless she just there is no response from her. She is here.
Die again.
She might
Oh,
fall
wait, what?
asleep. Yeah, sorry
No,
about
I'm
that.
back.
That was
Hi, Briezy.
there's Briezy. We
It's
have
going in and out. I'm sorry.
we have Kyle, aka Genghis Kyle.
Oh, hey, how'd I get here?
We have
Is that how it's pronounced?
Brandon,
No.
aka Brandon,
Pikmaster.
Pikmaster.
Whatever.
AKA the guy who never talks.
Yeah, the guy who never.
We have
Even though I'm
Dave,
talking right now.
aka Dave.
Hi. I made a theory once, it's not important.
We have Luther, aka Shadowraptor 101, aka Blue Swift.
Hello.
Apex Luther.
Oh no.
We have Patrick, aka Professor Wormwood.
Is he actually here?
He's in the call, and if he's not here, I mean,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
he's
haven't
here
had
in
to-
spirit.
He's probably asleep.
And then,
We may or may not start hearing incredibly loud snoring as we.
Well, if he's sleeping, we better lay a trap and, sleep
we
bomb.
have Nathan, aka Creative Sushi. However, literally the minute before we started this recording, he had to go and take care of an emergency, so he's just recording and he's left his Skype there. So
Yeah, super spooky story. His friend is trapped in the middle of nowhere and it's super dark outside. If anyone's read the creepypasta pen pal, that's probably going to happen right now.
His
yeah.
his
God.
lights went out suddenly, and he's
So he's
stranded
here.
in
He'll
darkness.
probably be back, and if anyone joins in, we'll introduce them as we go, I guess.
We will.
So let's go immediately to the next part, which is the
Introductions.
overview. So we have we're just gonna be going over everything that went down on the March 3rd Nintendo Direct. I believe that's what it was. So we're gonna be talking about Star Fox, Pokemon Sun and Moon, Metroid Federation Force, Fire Emblem Fates, which was not announced there. I think they announced their first DLC pack, but we'll just be talking about that because that was released in the past few months that we were not here. Xenoblade X, we're going to be talking about Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. We're going to be talking about Monster Hunter Generations. We're going to be talking about Street Fighter V. We're just going to briefly go over it because it also was released. Final Fantasy Explorers we're going to briefly go over. I personally just want to talk about the Fallout 4 DLC a little bit, and then we got a big announcement for everyone, something that even surprised all of us.
Kyle's
and
pregnant.
then afterwards, we're just going to go on to some community information stuff. Hopefully Nathan will be back by then. Then we're going to be talking about our next Pikcast, which Luther is going to be running, and then we're basically going to be doing this, but at the end, and then the conclusion, which is what I just did after the apology before this part at the end. So we are going to get right into this start with the Nintendo Direct on March 3rd. So there was a Nintendo Direct on March 3rd, and it featured a lot of games.
Was it March 3rd?
That's what I was told. If it's not March 3rd, I'm
Source?
wrong. And I've
Source?
said
Do we have
March
source?
3rd like 5-6 times.
Do we have a source? I'm serious. Do we have a source?
Stop it.
We will cite it on the screen. We're going to put a source right there. It won't even be a clickable link. It's just going to be the link is across the screen. But you can't click it. You're going to have to manually type it in.
That's what you get.
Hopefully
Hopefully
Guilty
it'll be in
phones.
the description.
It could be in the description. I really wanted to just be on screen though. But all right. So
Back in the old days.
Wow.
first is Star Fox Zero. And I guess we're just going to be talking from what we saw. So we saw gameplay. Star Fox Zero comes out in April. Is that correct?
Sounds right.
Yeah, it comes out in April.
Oh, that's close.
Personally, to me, it looks kind of empty.
I think it looks exactly the opposite of it. Like, it looks like Kid Icarus Uprising, like, done by the developers of Bayonetta. I don't even like Star Fox, and it's got my attention.
To me, it just looks really, really empty.
It feels
I-
like Star
I
Fox
personally,
64.2. I'm sorry.
I personally haven't seen too much from I haven't seen too much like gameplay of it. From what I keep hearing that like either it's empty or not. But one thing that is seemingly constant is the gameplay seems like it's back to like Star Fox 64, which I actually don't have a problem. Like some people have a problem with it, some people don't. I liked Star Fox 64, but it might be in a way that it's like a throwback kind of liking it, which might be a bad thing because if I buy the game and like I feel like I'm playing an old N64 game, that might be a bad thing.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue I have with that. Like, I can see why people would like it because, you know, it's very flashbacky, but for me, it looks empty. I would like to see, you know, more people play it. If anyone here is getting it.
I do like the aesthetic they're going for with the
it looks
like
nice.
the puppets. Like some people think it looks stupid, and some people think like you guys are just trying to cash in on like how it used to be. But I personally like it because it didn't used to be, or like it wasn't originally just puppet. Well, maybe in an interview he might have said that, but like now it really kind of has that look.
Yeah.
And it feels apparent, and I personally like it. Like it's not bad to stick to your roots in some senses.
All right, Brandon, you wanted to say something?
They released a 30-second trailer of it, and the graphics look better than like the previous trailers they've shown of it.
Okay.
Well, it's Platinum Games. Platinum Games has always done a really exceptional job.
Is it Platinum Games that's making it?
They're making it. They're
Okay.
co-developing it under the supervision of Miyamoto.
Their logo's in the title opening of it. It's just
Oh, I was
Oh.
actually able to find a comparison.
Oh, sweet. Go, Kyle.
Oh, wow. Yeah, right on it. We're gonna have to save that picture now and put it in. Thanks, Kyle.
Look at that fidelity. Look, it looks so much
gameplay
better.
for it looks really, really cool. I hope they put a lot more enemies in, and I'm actually very interested in that Slippy Toad game with Grippy Toad.
Griffey Toad.
I thought that actually looked like a really cool puzzle game.
Project Guard, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called, Project Guard.
Or, I'm sorry, Star Fox Guard.
Star Fox Guard. Man.
Garden.
Guard.
Guard. Star.
Okay, okay.
Guarding the Pikmin.
Okay, wait. Has anything
Project
actually
Giant
come of?
Robot.
I have a quick question. Has anything ever actually come of Project Giant Robot?
Nope, they're still working on that. They said they are.
Because that was probably something that. Okay, have you ever like laughed at something that wasn't even intended to be funny?
Yes.
That's what Dave does all the time.
Yes.
Stop.
Okay, because like when they first showed Project Giant Robot at E3, like all the gameplay was on the gamepad, and all you could see on the screen was like the giant robot like shaking a building because like and so like whenever like there's videos on YouTube of people recording themselves play it, all you see is a giant robot shaking a building for 3 minutes and then the text, "You're a winner."
I just imagine. All I can
So
see is the
God will
babysitting mama. The babysitting mama, where it's the Wiimote inside of the giant
It's
baby
like
doll, and it's
that,
just
but
don't
God
shake the
will
baby.
Oh god.
You're a winner.
Don't shake the baby.
Imagine if Pikmin was like that. You just move the Wii remote up and down for
Don't
about
shake
an
the
hour, and all the
Pikmin.
Pikmin are plucked, and it says, "You are a winner."
All right. So does
All you did was shake this building.
anyone else have anything to say for Star Fox Zero?
I do.
I think the amiibo functionality where it turns it to the 16-bit.
Oh yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
I have something to say.
Hmm.
Okay, I hope we see the return of a secret zone, kind of like the terrifying bird dimension with the faces, because that'd be really cool.
Terrifying bird dimension with the faces.
No, it's really a thing in
Very
Star Fox.
specific, Dave.
No, it's literally a dimension that you get into by flying directly into a bird, and it's full of faces, and a slot machine that attacks you.
Terrifying.
Here,
Very
I'm sure someone watching will know exactly what I'm talking about.
I did know that they had warping of some kind.
Here is this hellish place.
Oh no! Now we have to put more pictures in.
No,
and
just
I'll-
the face,
linked
the face.
Wikia.
And now
Dave,
it's a 30
you're
second
better than
video.
this.
Wait, what do you mean I'm better than this?
You linked a Wikia.
I made a mistake, I'm sorry.
All right, but yeah, Star Fox Zero. I feel like we should just move on from this because we've been here for a little bit.
Yeah,
Yes.
All right, so next thing, Pokemon Sun and Moon. They had the 8-minute long Nintendo Direct.
We're getting new footage
I
soon.
think they
Yeah, there's gonna be the new footage coming soon. There's been
There's
like
not-
50 leaks on it.
what you're all.
And like the ones that I've seen look horrible. Like, oh
Okay.
god.
I
But,
think I've,
um,
I think I've been following this topic more than anybody here. So can I like cover this?
Sure, Patrick was gonna cover about it, but he's
Wait, am I allowed to make my prediction first or no?
Yeah, if Patrick comes back to life, if he can go ahead and
Yeah, we can move the topic to when he comes back.
yeah.
Real quick prediction though.
quickly go ahead and say what you're gonna say, Dave, as long as it doesn't take too long.
Okay, so Sun and Moon, basically, two celestial bodies. What if
Okay,
the-
okay, Dave. We're not
Oh.
talking about Sun and Moon right now. We're talking about the NX.
Yeah.
Oh no, we were talking about Sun and
about
Moon.
Sun and Moon.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're talking about Sun and Moon.
Sorry, I
You
literally.
heard the word leak and you thought it was NX, right?
No. I heard the word NX come out of Josh's mouth. Something's wrong with
We
me.
can talk about that.
Oh,
We were
well,
talking-
anyway, here's the
Go ahead,
2-second
talk about-
prediction. Sun, Moon, celestial bodies. What if they both have to do with the evil team being called Eclipse? Because you can eclipse the sun and you can eclipse the moon.
Good.
Yeah.
That's probably what's going to happen.
It's a terrible joke, but it's beautiful, and it's
Yeah.
game for so it's gonna happen.
What's it? And then I don't know. Like I saw a picture where it was like Zygarde in his like mech form.
Yeah.
People were pointing at the different like colors or the
Yeah, yeah,
symbols on like his
Sun
forehead and his
as well.
chest, and they link
Yeah.
up with X, Y, Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Sun and Moon, like if they are already releasing their Gen 7, when there's just a whole lot of just empty holes in Gen 6 with both plot and all of that, I feel like if they, like it's going to start becoming a pattern where they release a new gen every like year. Because when did X and Y come out? Was it last year or the year before?
X and Y came out a long
2013.
time ago.
Yeah, like 2013.
Oh, 2000. Okay, well, maybe it is time for a new gen. But, like, I don't know. It's because they could easily do Pokemon Z. Zygarde is already in the game.
They
There's all
already
this-
said. Wait.
There was all this hype about Zygarde because he gets the weird, the Symbiote form, he has the dog form, he has the mech form, snake form.
Didn't
Next.
Masuda say that Oras was basically Z?
I didn't remember hearing that ever. to
I
be
read that
completely
somewhere.
honest.
I don't see how though.
It
Yeah,
really
like-
does.
Go, Tommy.
It really does make me curious why they just didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, I feel like because then it's like you also like if they're gonna do Sun and Moon, it could easily like what is the third thing going to be?
Star.
Yes.
Very
Rainbow.
lamely.
It's going to be Eclipse. We talked about this.
No,
It's gonna be Pokemon Zygarde version.
Yeah, like I feel like if there is the whole idea of if they're doing the whole X, Y, Sun, Moon color scheme on Zygarde, I feel Pokemon Z is gonna come afterwards. And when it does happen, I like because like Z in Greek is also the is also like the letter used for the end. Maybe Pokemon Z would be the end to the further either Gen 6 or maybe even the main franchise where they're doing this whole create new Pokemon. Like what 798 Pokemon have come out in like the past 20 years. I mean, maybe they finally just have enough to work with.
I wonder if they're gonna do something really awesome for whatever the 1000th Pokemon will be.
Well, 666 is a butterfly, so I don't know.
Yeah, 666 is like a butterfly that
Pavilion.
changes its wings across the
Okay,
world.
well, Nintendo doesn't care about 666.
Hello, Satan.
They made 666 a baby head at one point.
Water rate confirmed.
So, yeah, we're hopefully the new trailer comes out. I'd like to see what's going to be in Sun and Moon before I say I'm gonna get it. Because if it's a new Pokemon generation, and when if it's like a new generation, I'm gonna be like, I mean, I'd like to see more on it. There's really been like total 15 minutes of actual knowledge of it.
The problem, it's most likely going to be a new generation because they're going to have they're probably going to have a whole new set of Pokemon, and with that, it's like, I guess technically they don't have new Pokemon.
What, Luther?
I don't even play Pokemon, and I knew from like the get-go it's going to be a new generation of Pokemon.
I don't know. I mean,
because they're gonna have to have legendaries, and they are not gonna update the games beforehand to have those legendaries in it, and it's gonna be a new generation.
That's probably. And plus, I remember in Kalos, there's the one dude you could talk to in the hotel who had the little Easter island head, and there's a lot of people saying that a lot of stuff looks like it's Hawaiian and whatnot.
So
guys,
Hawaii.
You can do math. You ready for it? Ready for some math? Each Pokemon file of the model itself, just the file itself, in the 3DS games is about 3 megabytes. If we added about 100 new Pokemon, that's like 300 megabytes of data the patch would have to be just for the models alone.
Yeah, and then you have to add move sets, data, and all that. Yeah, I guess it would be a new gen.
It kind of becomes a problem once you also consider retconning, move types, abilities, held items, battle tactics, weather. It just would not work well. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I don't know, maybe they'll finally do a new 3DS exclusive Pokemon game.
We need more new 3DS exclusives. We have one.
Isn't
nice,
it?
right?
Wait, which one is it? The
Play Chronicles. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry from deviating from the subject, but I just want people to know because I want people to start recognizing this. Nintendo has this really stupid trend where they create a console and highlight a feature, and that feature, like, there's a game centered around that feature, like, once. Like, look, we have brand new good hardware on the new 3DS so we can make better games. There's literally
one game.
There's literally one game that utilizes that. Technically, there are games that run better on the new 3DS, like
Monster Hunter,
Hyrule Warriors.
Legends, but they can still technically be played on the old ones. Like that's the only game that cannot be run at all on the old 3DS. Like, and what's even worse is they marketed that for the DSi, but nobody, not even Nintendo themselves, ever made a DSi exclusive game.
Yeah.
Even though they at announcement they said that was a plan of theirs, and they never followed through with it.
Yeah.
However,
So
some cartridges didn't have infrared.
I have something to talk about regarding that, but I'll save it for when we get to the NX discussion.
Right,
yeah. Okay. So. Next, I guess does anyone else have anything to say on Sun and Moon? Dave, I swear to God, if you say Eclipse, I'm gonna slap you.
No, it's not Eclipse. This is a serious thing. If the region is going to be based in Spain, I wouldn't be surprised if our legendaries are aquatic and in nature.
I'd like to see that, although or like Hawaii or something.
I only say Spain because they could be a conglomerate region, like it could be based.
Yeah,
on
like a lot of people are saying that it could be near Kalos, which is North France.
The only reason I say that is because every time Game Freak travels somewhere, that's the region. Like, they traveled
they
to
travel to
city, and then
Spain?
that was the region. France, that was the region. Spain, that's probably where they're gonna go.
Okay. I also heard something where they went to Canada.
That was for Pokemon Destiny Deoxys, the movie, a long time ago.
Oh, okay. All
But they
right.
probably also went to Canada recently. I don't know. Maybe they like Canadians. I don't know.
All right. So
How can anyone like Canadians?
Don't.
They're Game Freak.
It's like liking soap. Like it's just like a common thing.
Oh my gosh.
all right. So that was Sun and Moon. Next up is Metroid Federation Force.
The ball game.
Yeah, no, not the ball game. The actual
Oh,
shoot game. Shoot, pew.
Metroid pinball.
That
The
actually
actual
looked,
review.
it actually looked pretty interesting. Like they didn't show much of it, but I was very intrigued by it. I think a few of us in here too were as well.
it looks like Triforce Metroid Heroes, but kind of good.
And first person, it looked kind of like Kid Icarus in first person.
It's like Triforce Heroes, except they're not pandering to an outdated gameplay style. They're actually
And there's no totem poles. I'm so happy.
So, yeah. So, I mean, if they release more stuff onto it, I might get it. I don't know about you guys.
Maybe if you guys will get it, I'll play with you. That's fine.
Yeah, it does have the online multiplayer, which is very
We
intriguing.
can all play ball game together. Yeah.
Uh, anyone else? Anyone else have anything to say on it? No? All right. Next is Fire Emblem Fates. We're just gonna briefly go over this. There was
Fire Emblem.
the Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem Awakening.
There was
Evolution.
what was it? Conquest, Birthright, and Revelations. It's Assassin's Creed. I haven't played much of it. I actually don't have any Fire Emblem games. Let's see. It's a Fire Emblem game. Corrin's really overpowered in Smash. And I actually was very intrigued by it, but I wanted to get Revelations more than anything. But I felt like I would need to get Conquest and Birthright to understand, and I don't want to spend like $180 on 3DS games.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Only if you can't decide what side to choose.
Apparently, it's a lot better than Fire Emblem. What was the last one?
Awakening.
Awakening.
Awakening. It was a lot better than Awakening.
You know what's my favorite thing about Fire Emblem Awakening?
What?
When it came out, one of my friends sent me a picture of the box art, but he crossed out all the letters until all that was left was Firm Wayne.
What?
Yeah,
that's
coming out in
beautiful.
2018.
So yeah, they released their first batch of DLC, and I think they might have actually released 2 since they first announced it. And a lot of it's just money quests at, I think it's called the Dragon Inn. I did a little research on it just because I was curious. So I mean, they have arena quests, and that's basically what the DLC was. Yeah. So yeah. Does anyone have anything to say about it? Tommy would probably say 1,000 angry things because he's not a big Fire Emblem fan of the later games. But he disconnected, so...
I don't know. Like a friend of mine loves Fire Emblem and he's super excited for it, which means that I think people who like Fire Emblem will be super excited for it.
Can we also wait? Can we just talk about how there's that Fire Emblem game where you play as the Japanese pop idols, but you're Fire Emblem characters?
That's a crossover game. Yeah.
Yeah. I really want. I really want to I'm being legit serious. I want to appreciate how much effort it must have taken for the Fire Emblem team to turn all of their medieval warriors into pop idols.
Think of how much the legal team worked hard too.
I mean, I just want to bring that up because I think it's a hilarious idea, and I hope it does well. I might get that.
Just keep in mind though, the voice acting is not being dubbed over.
Yeah, it's in Japanese.
There's just so much voice acting. They're like, yeah, no, we're not doing
Good
that.
thing I watch anime with subtitles.
Subs or dubs.
Tell us below in the comments if you use subtitles or dubs for anime.
Subtitles
Do
or
you
dub
use subtitles or dub titles?
All right, so Xenoblade X.
Where's Tommy? I'm ready for this.
Tommy DC'd. I don't know if he realizes that he DC'd.
Okay, I can
but
finish this
yeah,
game in 5 minutes.
You go for
Alright,
it.
so basically, Xenoblade is a wonderful game, and if you have time to sink, it's great. If you don't have time to sink, well, you better make some, because if you buy it, you are going to lose time no matter what you do. Either game is great, but the second one is totally independent from the first. And the "I'm really feeling it" jokes can be made as many times as you want, but these are the kind of games, if you have time and effort and enjoy learning about an environment that was created by people who support all their time and love into it, go for it. If you're a person who's like trying to finish the game in an hour, that's not going to work very well.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's an MMO too, kind of, isn't it? Just without the
No,
MM.
it's an MM. No.
It's an MMO. It's a
Online
massive
daily
Let me explain. It's like Monster Hunter if all the other hunters were invisible and never actually in your game.
So
but they're-
Monster Hunter
so
Frontier?
it's No Man's Sky.
but they're
it's
carved.
Frontier.
The carves ended up affecting you. That's basically it.
Frontier, fighting
Yeah.
the Levante.
But trust me,
big
it's way more
snake.
beneficial.
Okay.
The reason I was able to finish the game is because of those online lobbies where you got to join with other people of your squad, and then you get to get the rewards for the reward points as well. So, for example, you needed an item for a quest. Well, if you're online, you can go just get the reward from the quest counter. Like, there it is, 200 points. Here's your rare item that you don't have to grind for. Thank goodness. Also, the music is fantastic. The story is not as good as
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa.
in terms
Hey,
of suspense. We stuck
sorry
in a
for
different planet.
interrupting.
Go ahead.
Okay, wait. What have you guys talked about? Because I just got kicked from the call.
Yeah, you got kicked from the call. Dave was pitching Xenoblade X and the squad
hard.
system.
Really hard.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I have not tried the squad system at all. So go ahead and keep talking. I actually wanted to talk about Federation Force. I tried to talk, but I could not unmute myself. Go ahead.
It's okay. With all your Federation force, you couldn't do it. I'm so sorry.
Apparently that's a problem that's happening to certain
Yeah, that happened to me earlier as well. But anyway,
Yeah, I just
finish up your thing on Xenoblade X, and then Tommy can talk about Federation Force.
When he
Okay.
says finish it up, he means try to not take an hour.
Thanks, Luther. I'll keep
This is the
that.
Federation Force Pikcast. Or the Xenoblade.
You see, my actual game time is 160 hours, so I'm aiming for that.
He goes to college and doesn't have time to talk to us, but he has time to play Xenoblade for 160 hours.
During winter break, that's all I did, actually. I just didn't sleep
Hey,
for a while.
talk about the game.
Okay, the game is fun, but if you're going there expecting the same story from the original, it's very different. Similar themes, similar wonderful things, similar monsters, some make a return, it's kind of nice, but in reality, it's a different game, and if you're going for the same feeling, you may not get it in the same
Yeah,
way, but I think you'll
the
enjoy it.
gameplay is way different. I feel like it's the same. You select your arts the same way. It's just auto attacks feel completely different because I don't know. There's just a lot that's different. Not just auto attacks.
It's based
but
on
I
a
feel-
weapon system, yeah.
Yeah.
Can
It's really weird.
Can I ask a question for you, Tommy and Dave, since you guys have played it?
Yes.
Is it true that you are stuck on a different planet?
Yeah, a lot more than you can manage.
Just stuck on a different
Okay,
planet.
are you really stuck with your money? Because I don't have an interest in playing Xenoblade, but I just read the plot and at the end of the first Xenoblade game.
Wait. Hang on, don't spoil anything. Come on, man.
Wait, so don't spoil anything for who?
The first Xenoblade game.
Yeah, because there's some people who still are playing through it.
It's so good blind. Oh my god. I looked up things on the wiki and I blew my experience.
Well, judging by the end of the first Xenoblade game, are you really technically on a different planet?
Yep. Okay.
On the
First Xenoblade-
on the first one.
No, judging by how the first game ended, could you really consider yourself on a different planet in the second
Yep.
one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
pretty sure.
I'll summarize
Okay.
real quick. In the first Xenoblade game,
No spoilers.
the first
Or
Xenoblade game,
we could put a spoiler warning, and then we're gonna
No,
pause
no.
for 3 seconds, and then.
don't worry.
The-
The first,
I don't think
the first Xenoblade game, Bionis and Mechonis. Okay, in the second Xenoblade game, Xenoblade X, Earth blows up and you move to Mira. They are unrelated.
Okay.
I don't know why, but when he mentioned the two machines, I thought he was gonna say Yukanos and a Cator.
And then there's gonna
Okay.
be a third Japan exclusive.
In the beginning, it was Rathalos and Raytheon, and they existed.
Oh,
Okay.
never
Small
mind. I was gonna
thunderbugs fall on their body.
I was gonna say something that's potentially spoilery, but also not, but also is bullshit. So
Go- Ask me, Tommy. I'll be able to tell you if it's good enough or not. I'd like to speak. Go for it.
okay. Well, the problem is I think it might be a little spoilery. Technically
right,
we
no.
don't know. technically we don't know if where Bionis and Mechonis is actually, well, actually there are implications, but we actually don't know for sure. Technically, that could be Mira.
Yeah, I could.
So
not.
that being said, from one game to another, it could not be a whole different planet.
What?
It's a whole
See, there
different.
we
It's a
go.
whole
So
different.
that's
Wait,
Come
no,
Now
how
you
do
can
you-
shut up, Gabe. Now you can shut
No,
up.
the reason I don't want to say anything is because if Tommy actually beat the game, I can talk about this with him privately. But honestly, the ending of the game confirms something that it's kind of like it shatters that idea because of I don't want to spoilers. Damn it.
We'll just stop talking about Xenoblade X
Good
now.
idea.
We just
Okay.
know that you're really feeling it.
Oh, you
Yes.
select choke as your voice option,
So,
and he actually says,
it's
"I'm
not
really
prime
feeling it when
time
his
anymore.
point gauge fills up."
Anyways,
Okay.
let's get
Can
out
I
of
go
the
to
Yeah,
Federation Force?
talk about Federation
Yes.
Force.
And also, I see you guys maybe talked about Fire Emblem Fates. I have some things to say about that if you guys
Oh, you
haven't mentioned
probably
them.
do. Just you
Right.
cover everything that. So Federation Force.
Okay. All right, so I'll make up for like what you guys didn't talk about. Okay, Federation Force. I feel like a lot of people didn't like what it was because they saw the mini game, right? All we saw was the pinball mini game. Maybe I'm just saying it was a soccer mini game. I'm just saying pinball because Metroid Pinball, but
Hey.
but now that we actually get to like see what the game's going to be about, what it's going to be is like the Federation Force. Like, it's a story telling what was going on, the events prior to Prime, or what Prime mentions, or what Prime mentions, and I think that's really cool because like going through Metroid Prime, it was really fun. Like,
I liked
in
Prime.
the text,
It was the only
Huh?
Metroid game. It was one of the few Metroid games I actually enjoyed. Was Prime.
yeah, Prime's really really good. But like I liked going around and reading the logs, and they gave little vague dialogues of like stuff that's going on, and it's cool because Metroid Federation Force is going to be like playing that, so
Yeah.
I'm very much interested in that. Huh?
So it's 10 out of 10 best Metroid
Oh
game.
yeah, it's a game, but you don't play. Okay, sorry.
Alright.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Um. But Fire Emblem Fates. Sorry, I'm doing a show right now.
Just share.
Okay.
Just share, Tommy.
Okay, so Fire Emblem Fates. Did you guys talk about the like the censorship stuff?
Oh, the petting thing. No, we didn't talk about it.
The
What I
petty
said-
mini game. Oh no.
It's not released
So
entirely.
first,
Oh
I'm
boy.
talking about just the mini game. Okay, so as people, I honestly probably don't even have to mention this. Mini game where you touch your units was removed, and I have opinions on that.
And some other
One-
dialogue.
It's it's an unnecessary feature that doesn't impact anything in the game. Like, okay, I was told that it impacts one thing, and it impacts the proceeding of your support conversations, which technically is important. But the cutscene is so unimportant, like, because all the touching is a cutscene. So what they did in the game is they made the feature still there. It's just it immediately quits out of the feature, which I think is tacky. I feel like they could have just removed it completely because that means that you have wasted data on your 3DS because they have all of the resources for the minigame still on the game. It just quits out of it immediately.
Oh.
So all of that data, it's taking up all that because I think they're full 3D models.
Yeah.
And so there's a ton of like HD 3D models that are being completely unused. They're being used for a split second, but that's it. And it's really tacky because like I watched it myself. I don't have the game myself. My friend has it, and they went through that cutscene, and it's literally hello, goodbye, and it's like, what was there supposed like someone who doesn't know that something was removed would be like,
something was
what's
obvious.
going on? What's going on here? Like, is that supposed to happen? Like it looks messed up and it's really tacky.
Yeah, but they've done this a couple times now already, so.
And then, do you have anything else?
The localization, from what I've seen, is kind of terrible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for bashing on the game a lot. Anyone who likes Fire Emblem. Anyways, I'll get back to like that in a second and not get to. I won't tread on it too long. Sorry. There is a support conversation of a very deep one, where it's like two assassins. Yeah, and they're talking about what it's like to be an assassin, like if they remember how many people they've killed, and it gets pretty deep from what I've seen, and they reduce the conversation to ... and that's it. Like that, I think my ... like this 9 ... I gave were half the conversation because there were 18 dots in total. So good job, localization team, reducing conversations to trash. Really watered down. Yes, and people take it in a sense where it's like, haha, two stoic assassins, and it's like, no, there's more to their character than being like that. It's like, they're, and from what I hear from my sister, it's like they did that, not the same team, but they did something similar. They did that to Awakening too, with especially Henry as an example I hear a lot. But that's dialogue, and as far as gameplay goes, I hear it's really fun. And apparently improved from Awakening in the sense that the characters that you get later, or the children characters, are not broken, so it makes it so you can still use like your old units, which apparently was a problem in the first game. I'm going on too long about Fire Emblem. Sorry. I don't even like the games avidly. This is just what I'm hearing from shit. So,
Alright.
But yeah, I might.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah, that's Fire Emblem. Sorry for like going on.
So we're just gonna move on because I think it's been about 45 minutes or so.
One more thing to say.
And we're almost about to get to our special announcement.
What is it, Dave?
Xenoblade's environments are visually amazing. Tommy, you back up.
I don't even like Xenoblade. I haven't played the game, but just from what I've seen, he's 100% right. Like literally, it's a very nice looking game.
90% of my time is just looking around when I first get to a new area, just take it all in. It's beautiful.
Where do I ask for directions?
Welcome to a new area. What do I ask for directions?
Alright, so let's move on. So this one we're just going to cover really briefly. Mario & Luigi Paper Jam sucks. That's what I've heard. Yeah, it's not a Paper Mario game. It's a decent Mario & Luigi team, but not Paper Mario.
What I was hoping for was, like it would be Paper Mario meets Mario Luigi, and it's basically Mario Luigi, and then you have Paper Mario as like a utility character.
Yeah, which is so.
According to Patrick, who actually beat the game, played through it,
He beat it.
he says that functionally it's a good game. It's fun to play and everything. So I guess there's that.
Yeah, but there's like a lot of stuff in it that's like,
They're
kinda
token
stuff.
characters.
Yeah. Alright, so next part, which is a big announcement because a lot of us are a fan of this. Monster Hunter Generations, which was Monster Hunter X in Japan, is coming to the West.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it.
I can finally play Hunting Horn in HD.
I am literally 100% like I'm lost for words. Like I did not think in a million years it would actually happen. And
What are we talking about here?
Monster Hunter Generations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did not think it was actually going to happen. And then when I heard that it actually happened, like I was literally sitting at work. Okay, like a little background for people watching this video. So, I work for a government building that has disclosed confidential bank information. So we're really, really not allowed to be on the internet at work. despite this, I wanted to at least listen to the Pikcast on a not the Pikcast, the
Nintendo Direct.
on a background tab. So I have it open, and I'm just sitting there at work listening to stuff, and I heard something about like all these games I didn't really care about, and all of a sudden I hear dun 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 dun. I like literally,
Oh my
I'm sitting at work, and I was like.
When I heard that, I heard like the distinct trumpet blast that plays at the beginning of the song, and I basically stopped, right, and I heard the trumpet blast, and at first I thought they were doing another Sapphire Ruby remake that wasn't crap, and then I screamed really loudly when I saw that they were that at the city of Baruna, and I was like, yeah.
And then like, because at that time, IRL friend of mine and I, we were working the same job, literally across from each other. I even bought a headphone splitter so we could both listen to it at the same time. We literally just both jumped up out of our cubicles and we're looking at each other like,
Ready to hunt now.
So yeah.
See, unfortunately, like 30 minutes later was our lunch break, so I was I was looking up information, and then we learned about the flagships and their English names, and our smiles slowly faded.
Your smiles did.
Our
I'm
smile
fine
and
with that.
optimism. Our smile and optimism was only partially gone. We were still pretty hyped about the game.
Yeah, so
I am a little sour though about some of the stupid names they decided to give the kid.
Soap Dragon, Mizutsune.
Okay, hang on. I just want to clarify for people who've never played Monster Hunter and like who don't know what we're talking about. Okay, so there's a creature, one of the new flagships. Its Japanese name is Raizakusu. And Monster Hunter always has this one rule that's usually followed, where English names are basically just like romanization of their Japanese names. So like we had a creature called Regaya Kuresu, and it was just called Legaya Chris in America. It's still, like the Japanese could easily tell what you're talking about. If the Japanese were to say its Japanese name, you could tell what they're talking about. Everybody's happy. So a lot of people were trying to think, okay, maybe this Raizakusu creature would be called, I don't know, like Ryzex or Ryzexus. And then its name comes out and it's Astalos. Or Astalos.
From like Star and then like Los.
Well, no, but that's the thing though. Well, like, it's not even like space-based. If it was, I could understand where they got that from. But it's literally a electric pterodactyl, like with dragonfly wings. I don't know where they got that. I don't know where they got that. It literally looks like a Pokemon. I'm not even kidding. It looks like Zygarde, like 50,000 form.
You think it's funny, but Kieran is his Abstrika, so.
Okay, no, and then even worse is there was the creature called Dino.
Oh no! Not this one! No, do it.
Dinovaldo. Its name literally did not need to be changed. You could have kept that name in America, and everything would have been a-okay. But then they're like, you know what? We need to give this thing a really formidable name. Spoiler alert, this thing actually is the final boss of the story mode campaign. So, you know, they really wanted to go all out with a big, awesome name. But what did they choose? They chose Glavenus. Which makes...
AIDS.
I don't even know where they got because, like, okay, a lot of people.
The problem with Monster Hunter names is they
a lot
funny.
of people think that like the Glav part came from Glaive, but its tail looks nothing like a Glaive.
I thought it meant glavenized, like to glavanize something.
The slime was glaminous.
You mean galvanized?
Yeah,
okay.
galvanized.
Galvanized means to cover something in metal, and it's not exact. It's a more okay. To describe the creature, it's a huge like dinosaur-like creature, and its tail is basically a sword. And it like sharpens its tail in its mouth and does like a spin attack and reaches you even if you're across the stage. It's the worst
Sonic
thing.
Heroes!
Okay. So I don't know where that came from. The other creatures were fine, like there was Gamudo, it became Gamoth, I guess that's fine. Tamamitsune became Mizutsune, which is fine.
Mizutsune sounds so cool.
The Hororo
there was no hope of making Hororo sound like good in English.
If anyone okay, this is just for anyone who's watching this. Malfestio sounds very, very like I want to say what was the witch's name from Snow White?
Maleficent.
Maleficent. That's what I'm thinking they did.
Yeah, it
It's not
reminded
Snow
me
White, you dingus.
What that old Disney princess that like they made a movie of like last year or 2 years ago. Maleficent.
Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, but Malfestio, that's an interesting name. I'm really excited to see what the Japanese name of the final boss, or what the English name of the final boss is going to be.
The hasta luego, the osteoporosis.
Yeah,
Asta.
the Japanese name for the final boss is Asura Goroa. At the time of recording this video, we still don't know what the final boss's English name is.
Oh, I have a theory. Wait, no, Luther, tell him.
What?
Name theory, the theory of its name.
You say it then.
But what did I write down? Damn it, I can't remember. It was a really good name. Oh, yeah, Amalgamos or something?
Yeah, like yeah, he thought because like the final boss, I don't really want to spoil it, but its name is Bones.
You can't spoil anything in Monster Hunter. It's literally monsters. There are no spoilers for Monster Hunter.
Okay,
The creature
no,
silhouette looks different than its actual form.
No, but Josh, you have to remember that more noobs, more now than ever, are in the flux of Monster
Well,
Hunter.
they can cry and they can
Large
report me
roll
to the Monster Hunter police.
But
They're gonna
it's
report you to
literally
them.
two gaster blasters taped together. I'm not making a joke.
Okay,
I'm serious.
you know what? Josh is right. The final boss is basically a giant skeletal hydra. That's what it looks like.
It's a cuttlefish
and
that covers
yeah,
itself
and
in
then-
bones.
And then it comes out of the ground. It's actually a giant, like cephalopod, like cuttlefish octopus, and those are actually just his tentacles covered in bones. And so Dave was trying to think of like a pun name, and he's like, well, it's like an amalgamation of bones, so it could be like Amalgamora or something. And that actually sounds cool. If it actually ended up being something like that, I'd be a-okay with that.
Yeah.
I highly doubt it's going to be a romanization of us because I don't think that would fit.
We also get to find out what Amatsu is going to be in
Oh!
English.
Okay, every single time we talk about Monster Generations, I forget that it's in the game, and then I remember, and I'm like, because like for some reason, I never anticipated that monster would ever come to America.
I didn't either.
I mean, now that it is, I'm really excited.
I don't want to cut you off, but we've been going on for an hour right now, and we're slightly more than halfway, so I'm just going to move on because the last few things are a little bit shorter.
I'm excited for Generations.
Yeah, if anyone out there is going to get Generations, tell us in the comments, and maybe you can hunt with us sometime.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just.
Okay, hang on.
I'm
One
just
last
getting.
thing.
Oh,
One last
Sorry.
thing about Monster Hunter Generations. If you have the old 3DS, it has been reported that it plays like garbage. Preferably get a new 3DS if you plan to get the game, if you don't already have one, because apparently there's a lot of performance issues if you try to play it on the old 3DS. Same with Hyrule Warriors Legends.
Yeah, so keep an eye out on that.
Yeah, I'm just kind of getting into Monster Hunter because these guys want me to play it with them, and so I haven't actually played much of it, but I'm definitely gonna jump on Generations. Or else I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you can join the Wikipedia Hunters cult. Yeah. I did make a post on the forums that no one ever replied to, like when we first started the forums for Monster Hunters. So I might try to spruce that up and all that, in case anyone is interested in it.
Hang on, one more tiny little thing. If you're thinking about joining Monster Hunter now, like Tommy is, don't worry about having to play games in the past, because this game is basically reinventing how the combat and gameplay works. So, and I have a feeling that this is going to be how it is from here on out.
Yeah, like
you don't have to feel like you need to play all the old games, especially because the first game, the online servers ended in like 2008. So
yeah, so if you are interested in it, you're probably going to have a better chance of learning the controls of Generations than people who've already played it, because it's such a big change from A to B. But anyway, we're going to move on from there. So next thing, Street Fighter V came out. I heard a lot of good stuff about it, but the only thing I really paid attention to was Rainbow Mika for obvious reasons. Anyone have anything to say about Street Fighter V?
if I had,
PS4 run.
Nothing?
I want to punch some roads really badly. Just take a road and punch it? Is that the whole point here?
Nothing off the top of my head. I'm actually a little bit ashamed to admit this, but I'm not too educated on the Street Fighter, and I've always wanted to be, but
Yeah, it looks interesting, but it's really complicated combat-wise.
I feel the same. I think it's a bad. No, not Street Fighter necessarily. I feel like fighting games as a whole are kind of bad because they force you to like learn something more complex than it should be. I feel like a video game should be accessible from the get-go and it should be easy to play, but like, and I suppose in a sense you should be able to learn about the mechanics of a game, but when learning includes being
Pausing
able to
and like
do a weird when learning it takes constantly pausing your game to learn the commands and like learning the finger shuffle constantly and like
Okay,
like
Tommy,
nothing against
Okay, hang on. Tommy, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I don't feel like your argument holds much ground because that's kind of how Skullgirls works. And
No, I'm saying that I don't like Skullgirls as a game. Like, I'll play it, but I don't want to play it against some master of the game.
Okay, yeah, I understand your argument now to a certain extent.
Like, okay,
Especially... no, go ahead, sorry.
Okay, I have the same argument with Sonic the Hedgehog. I like Sonic the Hedgehog as a franchise because the music's good, the character designs are typically alright. Like, yeah, I know they're sometimes like original the character is fucking Shadow, but and I like the aesthetics of it. Like the level designs are always usually pretty cool. But like Street Fighter and Skullgirls are both the same way. I don't think the gameplay good. Like, okay, the gameplay's fun to play. It definitely feels satisfying to play with a friend who just got the game with you. Like that's how it is with my friend Jacob. Like we both don't know how to play Skullgirls, but we have a really fun time with it because we both don't know how to play it. However, the skill ceiling for the game is so high because it's so inaccessible. Being really good at the game takes a lot of work.
Yeah, I know.
Which I suppose is a good thing in a way. It's because that's kind of how it is with Melee too. But people would argue
it's something that it's like you can't just pick it up and learn it. You have
you have to dedicate practice to it.
Yeah.
Which I guess is cool because that makes for a lot of potential.
To some degree,
I
also
just-
fits that category.
It's just really intimidating, and maybe saying that it's bad because it's intimidating is wrong. I shouldn't say that they're bad. I shouldn't say they're bad because like it's just my opinion. I don't want to get into it and run. It just feels like online matchmaking is pointless because I will always run into someone who is a complete master at the game, and so they're holding me in a combo. I don't know how to cancel it. I don't know how to retort with my own cancel unless I teach it to myself.
Yeah.
But regardless, I like the designs a lot in Street Fighter. And so
And it's way better than Mortal Kombat in my opinion.
and like the game looks good, like visually. Like I think the art style they went with is good. So good on you, Capcom. Good job, you made another Street Fighter game out of like the millions that you've released. This one looks nice and polished from what I've seen, so nice.
Alright. Moving on. Nathan is back.
Yeah.
Nathan, are you gonna say something?
How did it go?
Nathan's apparently not gonna say anything. He only said yup.
What a wee-wee.
So
So how about that? Final Fantasy Explorers.
yeah, so next is Final Fantasy Explorers. A lot of people who played Final Fantasy Explorers were saying that Monster Hunter was a ripoff of it. Final Fantasy Explorers is literally just a Final Fantasy game that you fight monsters. I mean, that's all I really know. That's all the game really is.
Can we consider those people subhumans?
No,
Yes.
We can declare them sub-monsters. They're not full classes, Luther.
They're subspecies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Just like Monster Hunter.
And then the people who play the game that are actually like, yeah, this thing isn't like Monster Hunter. They're they're a rare species.
Oh, Luther. No, I know what it is. They just don't eat before hunts and they end up carding 3 times.
Like Luther.
No, not like Luther. Luther does. No, everyone reminds him to eat. It's all good.
All right, we're just gonna move on from there just to speed things up. 14 is blank. So there's that. 15.
What happened?
this is something that I wanted to bring up because I thought it was pretty cool. Fallout 4 released their first.
This isn't Nintendo related. Get out of here. No, just kidding.
I thought it was really interesting because you could improve the Cogsworth, like all the any robot in suit of the special armor in the game. I'm not a Fallout fan. I really like New Vegas is the only one that's actually interested me, and I think that this DLC looks really, really funny because you can give your robots these just like, for anyone who doesn't know, the Cogsworth design of the robots is a sphere with a bunch of like little spindly arms. You can give it giant buff robotic legs, and I think it's hilarious.
Question. Did they ever record more names for Cogsworth to say?
I don't know.
I feel like his list of names he can say is very limited. Like, I put in my own name, and it wasn't there, so I stopped playing. The only reason I bought Fallout 4, I wasn't even that interested. I knew I was probably going to get it just so I could have it on my PC. So one day it went on sale on the eShop, and it was like $25.
On the eShop, Fallout 4.
Sorry, eShop. It went on sale on Steam. It went on sale on Steam for like $25. I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and try it out. So I got it. I spent like 4,000 years making my character. I ended up just making like Danny Trejo or Machete, if you know who that. That's literally who I made my character look like. And then the girl,
stereotypical of you.
and then the girl, I made her look like every like hot Asian wife, like generic Asian. So that happened, and I named my character my name because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to like decrease the likelihood of Cosworth not being able to say my name. Cosworth comes into the room, sir. Close the gate.
I think this.
I literally haven't touched this again.
So, I have no idea, to be completely honest.
I named my character Mario, and he couldn't say that either, and I was upset, so I understand your pain.
Apparently,
I'm not joking.
Okay, no.
Who's barking?
They actually recorded some really like stupid names.
You can call yourself John Cena, and in Cogsworth will call you the champ.
Yeah, he can call you John Cena. He can call you Mr. Boobies. He can call you. You can literally name your character Orgasmo, and he will say. But they can't say basic names like Luther or they don't even have Kyle.
They have Dave though. Thank
Yeah,
you.
they have Dave. My friend.
They probably won't have Briezy, it's okay.
My friend Kayla. They said that they had Kayla. Also, if you name your character Katniss, he'll call you Miss Everdeen, like
Hunger Games.
Which is pretty interesting.
The Hunger Games.
Alright, I'm just gonna end this because we're derailing slowly. Alright, so next is the big news we wanted to talk about that actually surprised a lot of us.
It's time for a special announcement!
Is they announced a new Pikmin game. We're not sure if this is the game that Miyamoto was talking about, I believe, in 2014 winter. In the interview, he was saying Pikmin. But they announced a new Pikmin game, and it is called Pikmin Color Splash, and it actually has a pending release date for winter 2016 for the Nintendo NX. We don't have too much info on it. They started making the website and whatnot, and we've been doing our best to get information on it from various sources. You play as Captain Olimar, and you actually team up with Alf, and you need to go to PNF 404 to find Louie. Because if anyone hears spoilers, not spoilers, this is a wiki, ending of Pikmin 3, Louie goes missing. So there, you have to go and save Louie, and from there, numerous objects on the planet, from any of the, like bridges and whatnot, or any even plants, are drained of their color. And they're being drained by a new species of Bulborb called the Slurp-tongue Bulborb, which, I don't know, sounds pretty cool. And then from there, they go and you have to go and gather color from defeating enemies. Or I'm sorry, not defeating enemies. You have to go and return color to PNF 404. A couple other things. Okay.
Kantar Rainbow Rescue Man.
Another thing is that you have a new home base called the Paintaplex, which is similar to kind of like it's a small kind of level inside of a facility where you can go and actually buy dyes with Pokos. You can mix the dyes to make different colors to go out and color the world. And so far there have been 2 areas confirmed out of their 5 total areas, and there's also 2 more areas confirmed to be launch day DLC. A lot of the familiar faces from...
I have a question.
Yeah?
Real quick. Did they say they're going to use the Pikmin 3 engine for this?
I don't know. They said it was for the NX.
Yeah, they're. That's the thing, cause shit.
What?
Would they be able to move the Pikmin 3 engine to the NX?
I would assume so.
They can emulate it.
They might be able to. Yeah, cause I don't know. I feel like for Color Splash, like it'd be a lot easier for them if they just like use the Pikmin 3 engine.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
See, you know, the one thing I'm curious about is I want to know, because I remember about a year ago, this same time last year, we saw a glimpse of that level called Sunset Creek. I wonder if that was actually I wonder if that was actually something that ended up getting recycled for a Pikmin Color Splash, because it never saw the light of day.
Yeah.
Sunset Creek?
I know that they had. I thought they had announced the name somewhere of some of these areas, but I guess not. It might have been a Japanese name or something. Who knows? But yeah. So far, they've showed what looks like a maple forest kind of thing. Another thing, it looks like a. There was kind of a creek, kind of river area. That might have been Sunset Creek, but who really knows? Because we don't have names.
I think that's what that thing. When we got the message, like it translated to that.
Yeah. So who really knows? We do know that Olimar is coming back. Alf is coming back. Brittany and Louie are coming back. No word on the president or Charlie. Oh wait, no, Charlie is coming back. My bad, I read over that. So.
It looks like
Character
everybody.
D. Character D's not there.
Character D wasn't there to begin with. Character D is dead.
You guys know.
Character dead. Character dead.
So yeah.
You guys know what I heard that they were bringing back? The hammer seeds from Pikmin Adventure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So
yeah, I forgot. Like when you use the hammer seeds, you can like pound the color into the floor harder to make sure that these can't.
Yeah. So who knows?
That was actually
iffy on it.
That was an interesting way to bring a non-canon power up into the canon series.
Yeah. I was a little iffy after Pikmin 3 because Pikmin 3 was kind of a letdown. But hopefully, this one does improve a lot of the mistakes of Pikmin 3. And, it brings the franchise, because I was actually reading an interview between Nintendo Power and Miyamoto and a couple other people who worked on Pikmin. And they did say that they wanted Pikmin to be as popular as Mario or Zelda. So hopefully this is just a step in.
Dude, if they do this, I guarantee Pikmin will be surpass Mario and Zelda given time.
Wait, I have a question, like technical stuff. So that clear spray we see, is that turpentine to remove the paint? Please explain that.
No.
I mean, really, so far they only showed off some red, yellow, blue, and I'm assuming black and white.
That's CMYK, that makes sense, but the clear stuff, I know in physical mediums you can use turpentine to remove paints, so that probably makes more sense, if it wasn't just water or something.
They haven't said anything about, I haven't seen anything on it, so...
Okay, here's what I think is going to happen. There are probably going to be certain enemies that have, a colorful sheen to them, and when you kill them, they actually release that turpentine onto the floor, and it erases more color. So there are certain enemies that you have to kind of distract and not kill, or maybe you have to kill them in a specific way so they don't actually erase the color, because they're
that would be pretty cool, decent flint beetles, kind of, they would scurry around, you have to chase them to specific areas.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Okay. this is just a theory. This wasn't in any of the trailers or anything like that, but this is something that I think would actually be really cool. Imagine if there was like a new iridescent like color beetle or something, and as it ran, it would leave a trail behind it.
Oh, I was thinking of a cannon beetle
Ooh,
that shoots blobs of color.
that's perfect.
Yeah, and I would like to talk about the new enemy that they showed off, the slurp tongue bulborbs, and how they're eating the color.
Yeah, something
I'm kind of iffy that they look similar to whip tongue bulborbs, but I mean, I could see it. You know how it would fit.
Yeah.
Those.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a clone and Smash. Like, to the naked eye, they look similar, but they have their differences.
Yeah. So, you know, I want to see more about this.
Speaking of which, wasn't there beta files in the Pikmin 3 disc about different colored cannon beetles? Like there was a blue one, like a lapis
Something like that.
lazuli.
Maybe they brought that back.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm just glad they're finally like, because color has always been a prominent thing in Pikmin, and it's nice to see they're finally like fully using that concept.
Yeah, and especially because they're using the die cards now, it'll be a lot easier, I think, for newer players to get into the game and learn stuff. So you don't have to worry about, you know, like in Pikmin 3, where blue Pikmin you just get at the end, and it's kind of silly to get the blue Pikmin because there's so much water throughout the game. You just here they are thrown in there. So the idea that you can get them essentially at the start of the game, I think is pretty cool.
It puts a lot more strategy into the game.
Yeah, you also have to, you know, worry about color delegation because you can only use the color once. And I mean, unless you go out and kill a bunch of enemies, there's just not going to be a way to, you know, just throw away Pikmin, which is a problem that I have. I just throw my Pikmin into the wind.
Wait, I have one question. In a small glimpse in the trailer, we get to see a Pikmin carrot, like, as an actual object. Now, do those get juiced into paint?
I don't.
Are they
really
just
don't know.
collectibles?
I think I know what you're talking about, and it's really just. I mean, it's hard to tell. They didn't show off a whole lot. I mean, we probably know more about Sun and Moon than we know about Color Splash. So.
I mean, I'm just wondering because Olimar notes about all different colors of Pikmin carrots, and that would make more sense for dyes.
Yeah. So maybe.
Okay, given time, these things will become obvious to us. But right now, we just don't know.
Yeah. Luther, you said you were keeping track of the NX. Or isn't there going to be a Nintendo Direct before E3? Or is that just a rumor about the NX and some stuff?
That's just a rumor.
That's
And
just a rumor.
in all honesty, I don't think that's going to happen because let's be honest, if they're not going to talk about, if they're not going to reveal the NX at E3, then what are they going to do?
Yeah. I was just.
Hey, wait, I have a question. Did you guys bring up fruits?
There wasn't really anything mentioned with fruits.
There was dragon
There
fruit,
was
but
like
that's,
maybe
that was
there was
Pikmin
like
3's model.
Okay, because you bring up pick carrots and how they could be used to juice, and I think I heard somewhere that they were going to implement fruits a lot, and I think fruits would be used to make dyes.
Ah, like in the ancient times, they actually did that.
Yeah. That'd be
Yeah, I think they're going to use fruit dyes. That's like something you can use to paint the
We
world.
could also see the return of a lot of different sprays that spread dye
Yeah.
as well.
I mean, maybe there'll be a
There
spray where you
seems
can just
to be
paint
quite
color.
a few this time, actually.
Yeah, maybe
I
there'll
was actually
be.
kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, maybe there'll be a spray where you can just spray the color or something. That'd be pretty cool. Although
like
I
how
feel
you
like
can
there's
press-
a Pikmin.
I like how you can press down on the D-pad to actually choose your spray menu, because in Pikmin 3 that button didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It's nice to see it having a use.
Oh, also, one ability that I don't think we mentioned it quite yet. This is actually seen only for a few moments in the trailer, and it's only taken from like the footage. We're still not 100% sure. This is just what it looks like we saw. So there seems to be this one type of object in the game. I can't tell if it's like burgeoning spiderwort or something. It seems to be like this dripping plant, and it drips like this rainbow fluid. And if you can come into contact, they soak the fluid up and become like really fat. And when you throw them, they explode, and the Pikmin dies, but it also spreads the color. So I think that Nintendo's making this game because they want players to finally understand, because like a big thing in the Pikmin community is trying to do no death runs. I think with this concept, Nintendo's finally starting to make players understand that sometimes to get where you need to go, sacrifices will be made.
Yeah.
The law of Pikmin causality, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's something that the game themselves talk about, but the fandom still has issues accepting it, it seems. So the fact that they're adding this feature where you can drastically increase your progress at the cost of some Pikmin, I actually am for this idea, and that's coming from somebody who really enjoys speedrunning. So I don't see an issue with this.
Yeah.
Also, keep in mind, Mr. Miyamoto himself said there's no way, even when he plays the game for beta testing or just experiencing it for fun, he can never save some Pikmin at sunset. It's just beyond his ability.
Yeah, so who knows? I really hope this game, it does bring the franchise back. Pikmin 3 was definitely a big, huge lore. You could go, even now people are still playing Pikmin 3. You can just check Miiverse and all that stuff. And so maybe this one will definitely bring back a lot more people. Hopefully it'll bring stuff. If anything does come up, we're going to let you guys know. And I'm just trying to speed things up because I want to say we have about 15 minutes left.
Wait, before we do that, didn't we actually get the preview of Color Splash and Pikmin 3's data files? Because if you get to day 99, it talks about them returning to the planet. Which they do.
So maybe this takes place. I do remember, they mentioned going on the other side of the planet. So maybe that's where this takes place, or they do all the continents shift once again kind of thing.
Oh boy.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because the other side of the planet
It's covered
is
in water.
No, I think the previews we've gotten it's just black. So yeah, you gotta add color to that.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's what the color splash is about.
guys, I also wanted to add a little bit of a disclaimer. Back when we were talking about Sunset Creek and all that information, we got in a little bit of trouble for showing so much footage. We actually got an email from Nintendo.
Yes.
Actually, from Iwata, rest in peace, by the way. He sent us an email, and he wasn't too happy. I'll put the email up on the screen. I guess I'm not editing this video, but I'll get it up there. And he wasn't too happy with us, so that's why we're not showing any footage this time around, guys. So sorry about that.
We have to be careful.
Yeah, so I guess keep kind of hush-hush, but I mean, it is just the trailer we saw. So yeah, we're just gonna move on from here just to finish things up. We only got a couple minutes left. So
SBO's engine.
Yeah, so SBO's engine is getting some more updates. For those of you who don't know, one of the guys on the Wikipedia, SBO, is a programmer, like that's his job, and he's been working on a fan game engine for Pikmin. Yeah, it's a top-down Pikmin engine, and he's basically making it so you can design Pikmin levels. However, they're just going to be, top-down. So, I mean, if we are ever going to get a Pikmin editor, this is easily a good... Oh, excuse me. And a good start for that. One of our guys, Jordan, also known as Crafted Peabody's been messing around with it. He might be doing videos to show it
I don't know
off.
if he's doing videos yet, but he might have plans to.
He's not doing them yet, but I know he's having a lot of fun in the editor, so he might do some videos, and if he does, we'll definitely link them and show them off, because it is a really cool editor. SBO said he wants to one of the things he really wants to do is add in multiplayer, because there is you can control Olimar and Louie. You have to be on the same computer, kind of like a Flash game, but he did say he wants to add multiplayer, which I would really be interested in. And if people, are out there making these levels, we'll probably figure out a way you can upload them to the forums, and we would definitely love to play levels.
Oh yeah, of course, yes. Of course.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
We could even make a compilation pack, like the Wiki's best levels, fans and people alike who work on it and work for it.
Yeah, so that's just something I wanted to announce. Anything special going on with the forums, Nathan?
No, not really. With the forums in particular, no.
All right.
I know I've been doing a lot of weed. I keep saying this. I've been doing a lot.
You've been doing a lot of weed?
No.
That's what I just heard.
I've been doing a lot of work. Excuse me.
420 blaze it.
On the merchandise page again on the Pikmin Wikipedia, and I've come up with a lot more information on merchandise that a lot of us didn't know about, and some of the merchandise that we did know about, I've put a lot more information about, and I've got a lot more.
So here's something that Nathan brought up. There are currently 600 illegally produced Pikmin themed lighters. So if any of you, don't take this as rude, because I'm
So
assuming
that's what the green Pikmin are.
For any of you guys out there, especially if you're a younger demographic being influenced by these negative influences and are smoking by like age 9,
Please
you
don't.
can get a Pikmin lighter. There's 600 that exist in the world.
Although most
So-
likely a lot of those were thrown away because once they were caught for being illegal, the stores probably couldn't sell them anymore. So they just
Yeah.
dumped them.
Don't you guys realize that
Lazy.
they only have 30 days to live after they first take their first smoke? You know what I mean? Like their air supply's gonna run out. They're gonna run out on the planet and suffocate.
Oh, also something I wanted to bring up briefly is I have a friend who, and I'll send pictures to whoever is editing this, who has a Pikmin car, and it actually just kind of broke down a little bit, which is why I wasn't here for half the video, and I was helping him out.
Its lights went out in the middle of the night? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That was a legit thing that happened, Dave.
Yeah. So he has a car and he has the Pikmin license plate, at least in here in Virginia. I know everyone else here lives in a different place. They might have Pikmin license plate elsewhere, but he has a white car, and he actually made a stem out of like an old police radio thing that he can stick to the top of his car, and it's just pretty cool. So send a picture there.
Nathan, we need the Pikmobile. It's like just attach like a big glass box on the top.
Get the
We
license.
just have someone waving in there, and instead of the Pikmobile, it'll be the Pikmobile.
Just get the
We can have
license plate.
Miyamoto. That's when Miyamoto comes and visits the States, and he starts like waving to all of the peasants. He just stands in the Pikmobile and waves.
No, he has to sit down to
I
wait for
think it's like a Prius too. It's like a little crappy like Prius or something with like a glass tube on top.
You know, I can see Miyamoto doing that, just riding on top of a car with a Pikmin theme.
But what else? Community.
Next discussion.
No, I'll just finish this up and I'll go to that. So, community stuff. Nathan, anything interesting in the community?
Aside from the merchandise stuff that I've been working on, the Pikipedia forums have been a little bit inactive as of late. I guess this is new information. Daz Videos actually did a little shout out, and since then we've gotten a lot of new members.
Yeah, I think we just hit 50 members.
Thank you, Daz.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more than 50.
I think it's 50 now because I get notifications for it, and I think we just
really?
hit 50. Yeah. Which, by the way,
very nice.
for those 50 users, who's not one of the like 26 people in this call, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daz.
So,
It's actually
Yeah.
70 total members right now. I'm looking at.
70? I was off by.
That's a
Well,
lot.
I guess it doesn't matter if you're one of those 50 people that are one of the 20 some odd people in this call. Thank you.
Yeah, but I mean, these Pikcasts get about how many views?
400 views.
Oh, about
400
1,000,
views.
100 views? I think.
Yeah, it's only 1,000. It's like we have. I think only like 3 or 4 Pikcasts that hit 1,000.
So are you off by the same
but,
percentage that you were for the total users, or?
Our
no, I'm just
Cats
kidding.
get about double our subscribers. What about it?
Okay, so everyone watches it twice.
Some of our
Yeah, perfect.
some of our videos do have a lot more, I know. But anyway, there's a lot of people who watch these videos that are not yet members of the. And if you're watching these videos, then you gotta have some interest, unless you just accidentally clicked here.
Oh my, we have like.
Pikmin, so.
Please don't be afraid. We're friendly.
Right,
Yes.
right, and
Except me, I'm a jerk.
except
No,
Josh.
that's not true.
I'm a jerk.
Disclaimer about Josh.
If I met Nathan in real life, I'd punch him.
That's terrible.
Hello,
Dave, I'd punch
guys.
you too. Hello, Simon. This is
You
Simon.
punched me too?
We're
My
almost
first
finished. with-
time being
Yeah.
able to join the Pikcast.
Yeah,
so
and you're
it's
like in the
very-
last like 10 minutes of it.
Well,
We still have some stuff.
Maybe less.
Maybe
at
less.
least I'm here, right?
Yeah. So this is Simon, aka he has
Don't say
many
my Skype.
usernames. Yeah, I'm not saying any of the Skype names.
Luther's one friend.
999 Adolphus
From his work.
Square.
Yes. So, all right. Yeah, we're just gonna move on from there. So, sign up on the forums. Right now, they're really heavily Pikmin based, but we do have an off-topic kind of thing where you guys can do all kinds of silly stuff there. Yeah. So we're just
Not
gonna
here.
there.
The adults are here.
So, I have some news, and this is actually news to everyone here as well, and it's Pikipedia related.
Okay.
This Pikcast is actually our first live Pikcast because I hit the stream button instead of the record button. So all of this is recorded, but it's also been live streamed on my Twitch channel.
That's
Are
beautiful.
you serious?
Yes.
How interesting.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Sick.
I got a notification.
Hold on. I need to
Hi,
get
It
guys.
said Creative Sushi has gone live.
Hold on. I need to wait. So like you can hear us on Twitch? How many
Can we
people?
just more often?
There is one person watching.
Hi, one person watching.
Oh.
Wait, is that one person like one of us, or is that like Nathan?
Whoops.
Hold on.
It might just be. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, here. Wait, hold on.
The,
I don't
the,
know
the
how to use
reason
Twitch
I
for-
was aware of this phenomenon is because one of my followers just messaged me on Skype that they were watching. So
I said this at the beginning, but
Oh
I
yeah,
guess
we're
it's
playing Maui Mallard. If anyone out there is, I'm just checking it out now. Oh, it's hey, it's CBR. It's chat with.
her name
Oh, I
is
can hear
Emily.
myself. That's Emily.
Is that my baby, Emily? That's my girl.
Oh yeah, so Emily with the cat ears Kappa.
Hello.
Hello.
Also, they can't
Thank
hear a
you,
single thing I'm
children.
saying because I'm recording my audio separately.
So, yeah.
They can't hear you, Nathan.
And thank you very much for listening to Pikcast.
Yeah, first live Pikcast. Thank you everyone who showed up.
Wait, it's
Yeah.
not over yet.
We're not quite done just yet. We still got one more thing that needs to be covered, or at
Yes.
least one more thing that I'm aware of.
Yes,
Listen,
alright.
I want to mention
We
the
are not quite
goddess
done yet.
theory.
Wait,
What?
what?
Listen, I want to mention the goddess theory.
Okay, no, Dave, that's for a separate video.
Yeah, we'll do that.
That's
We'll
for,
do that.
that's for something you and I need to do on our own time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just gonna finish up. So, yeah, all those people live. Hi, all one of you. All right. So, and finally, next Pikcast, which we are gonna have planned, Luther is actually gonna be in charge of that one. He wants to be talking about the NX and a lot of the stuff, all the information he's been gathering. So, Luther, you have anything to say about it right now? Just like a brief sentence.
Hopefully we can get it out relatively soon after the publication of this Pikcast. There's a good possibility that come this Friday I'll probably have a lot of free time on my hands. So I will probably be able to knock that out. If anybody here wants to help out with that, like if you have anything that you want to say about the NX or anything that you feel,
I'll definitely. help
anything
explain
that you're hoping to expect from NX, anything that you know that you want to tell people about, anything like that.
Leave it in the comments, tweet it at us.
I want
Oh
video
yeah,
games.
and I can bring in one more thing if you don't mind, Luther. Just transitioning.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
We recently got our Facebook page back.
Oh,
Wikipedia Facebook page. Right now it isn't too active, but if you like Wikipedia, Pikmin stuff, hopefully we'll be doing stuff with our Facebook page.
And our Twitter page is
Hopefully
up still too, and it is very
I'm pretty sure that very soon it will start blooming back. Basically, a little bit of background knowledge of what happened is before we became the main set of users on Wikipedia, the old gen used it, and one of their members just fell off the grid, who also happened to be the one who knew the password. And finally, we got it back. Wait, what did?
Was it the Devil Jeho Green Pickle?
No, I think Green Pickle is still here.
Oh.
He just
Just wanted
sits
to
there
point out-
menacingly.
I will definitely be more active on Pikcasts. Like, I have been around for about I've been here for like a year.
Are you
and
a
half.
long-time listener, first-time caller?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I've
He's
been with
here
you
for like a year.
guys. I've been in the Wikipedia chat for like a year now. Just never had a chance to join the Pikcast, but yeah, I'll be around for future ones for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell the viewers right now. So we have this one upcoming. We have another little side video that Nathan hopefully will be working on and finishing up relatively soon. We have the Pikcast that I'll be hosting also very soon. And then you can expect our next one sometime after E3, where we will be talking about what happened at E3. Unless there is some Pikmin related or Nintendo related big news that happens before E3, that's when you can expect our next Pikcast.
Yeah, after Luther's NX discussion one.
who knows? We might see more Color Splash. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully they do show off a lot more of Color Splash. So let's just do a quick review real quick to finish it off. First off, we apologize because it's been like 4 months since we did this. So everyone say sorry.
I am so sorry.
Sorry.
Apologies.
I mean, I have nothing.
Sorry.
Still sorry.
Yeah, so he said sorry twice in this video. We did introductions, overview, which is what we're doing now. Just like I said at the beginning, we would be doing at the beginning, but now it's at the end. We talked about Star Fox, Pokemon Sun Moon, Metroid Federation, Force Fire Emblem Fates, Xenoblade X, Mario Luigi Paper Jam, Monster Hunter Generation, Street Fighter V, Final Fantasy Explorers, Fallout 4 DLC, and then finally we discussed Pikmin Color Splash. So yeah, that's all we did, and then we talked about SPO's engine, community stuff, forums, wiki. Really, I put fan in here, but the fan isn't too active. Hopefully it'll start sprouting again.
Right, we should also mention that SPO's engine will be eventually aiming to help people make their own fan games.
Oh yeah. I said it was an editor.
I'm just pulling that out there, that a lot of these fan game people are like, oh yeah, Electric Wallywogs and Swim Muscle Pikmin. It can be in reality now, so don't give up on your dreams. Remember them, and hopefully your Swim Muscle Pikmin can become a reality. Don't forget that.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
Aside from that, though, I think we have everything.
Yeah, and then we just talked about our next Pikcast. So I do believe this is the conclusion, and I believe we did an hour and a half. Nathan, can you confirm?
Yep.
Based
Hour
on
and a
when
half.
Luther told me he started.
Hour and a half? Yeah. All right. We've been streaming for an hour and a half, and all 1 people showed up. So
Keep her watching.
yeah.
Well-
So we're just going to, I guess, finish things off. Did I ever do anything fancy for the ending of Pikcast? I don't remember.
Can you start now?
There's your catchphrase, which you have not said yet.
Oh yeah. So, since we'll be finishing things, where'd it go? Where is it? Stall for time, Luther.
I'll stall for time by saying, since Ryan wasn't here for this one, I'll have to say, what is up, party people?
That's true.
No,
That is.
he was actually here, and then he mysteriously vanished.
Okay, I'm ready.
Wait,
All right.
should we do Daz impersonations or no?
No.
But Daz has never been here for a big death.
I am an announcer, so that's my job. So maybe let's try this.
All right. So.
And thank you very much, good friendly people, for listening to Pikcast. Signing off.
I have to do my
Well,
catchphrase.
there is one thing that Josh ends every Pikcast.
Yeah. So, with that Pikcast being concluded, I would like to say thank you everyone who came and watched our first live Pikcast. And with that, captains dismissed.
I shouldn't have yelled. I'm in my house.
What I miss?